So hi there everybody and welcome to the Voosestore YouTube channel. Today I'm quite excited because we have a pre-production model in the store of the Moza Air 2. Stay tuned. So I've been a fan of the Moza gimbals for a while now, and Moza announced a couple of months ago that they were doing a gimbal called the Moza Air 2. And this gimbal is a gimbal who, if you look at it very fast, it looks a lot like a DJI Ronin-S. But the cool thing about this gimbal is that Moza have taken their time and tried to implement features on it that the DJI Ronin-S lacks. So there are some things to talk about. And this is a pre-production model, so we aren't actually gonna go head-to-head with the DJI Ronin yet. We will do soon, as fast as we get a production model, because there are some things that the guys from Goodson are gonna improve. So we're not gonna put them side by side and watch footage quite yet, but there are some things that I really do like about this gimbal. So I'm gonna list a couple of things that I really like about this gimbal that I guess aren't gonna change too much to the production model that's gonna come out like in a month or something like that. So one thing that I really enjoy is to have a screen on the gimbal. This feature alone lets me use the gimbal and know exactly which settings I have. I'm not a big fan of the gimbals where you need to have your smartphone because you want to use your smartphone for other things. So this is really cool. You can really go in and dial your settings. You can go into the menus. You can go in and do a lot of things straight on the gimbal, and this is a really nice feature. Another thing that I really like about this gimbal is also that the way you change the stiffness of the gimbal is that you just rotate this wheel. And this is so great because this is one of those things that when you're out shooting in a field or with a client and you want to change a setting like this really quick, I mean, this is actually a game changer, and this is really nice. And I think that Moza has done a really good job of really looking and seeing which features we as video shooters want to change most rapidly. So this is really nice. At first I actually was a little bit off-put, but after using it, this is coming so handy to be able to change these settings so fast, because then you can change your settings from shot to shot. Another thing that I really like is that they have made this Moza eye focus, which is a follow focus that you can put on, and it worked great with the wheel that they have. And the wheel is really well made. It's a little bit bigger than on the DJI Ronin-S, and that is really, really nice. They have also made it much easier to travel with your gimbal. Same as I know that the Zion cranes have similar features. Here you can actually lock one of your axes, so if you're traveling with your gimbal, you won't have to think too much about your gimbal being flimsy and flying around and destroying or anything like that. So the Moza Air 2, if you look at the specs, it will be very similar to the DJI Ronin-S. It will be lighter. It will come in at 1.4 kilos, which is lighter than the DJI Ronin-S, and that is probably my biggest criticism of the DJI Ronin-S is the weight, because you really feel the weight after just an hour or two shooting with it. You would hope that it would weigh less. The Moza does, and that's the really good thing, and it actually has a larger payload than the DJI. It takes cameras and setups up to 4.2 kilos, which is also really great. Now, one thing that I do not know about this gimbal, and I will be waiting for the production model, is how good are the motors? Because when it comes to the motors, I would say that the DJI motors on the DJI Ronin-S are by hands the best I've ever used. I've been running with that gimbal and the footage looks stunning. So the last thing I would like to talk about, which is a thing that I really like about this gimbal, is that they have included a fast connector here that lets you take out the camera from the gimbal. It lets you shoot handheld, put the gimbal on a tripod, use it, and then it's going to be very easy to put it on the exact same spot that it was before, so you don't have to balance your gimbal every time you take your camera away, and that is a killer feature. So all in all, I'm really digging the Moza Air 2. As I said, this is a pre-production model. That's why I don't want to take it out and compare footage to other gimbals that are more finished. But I'm really excited about this gimbal. So if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask us in the comments. Subscribe to our channel, and we will be making a comparison between this gimbal and the DJI Ronin-S. And we actually just got in the Zion Weebill lab, so we're really pumped about that as well. So a lot of great gimbals, a lot of great gear coming in, and a lot of great comparisons and reviews. So if you want to see those, subscribe to our channel. Until the next time, bye bye.